All right, we're gonna move on to our next letter. We finished A, right? We said lowercase a was made with a swoosh and a ding, right? Capital A was made with clack, clack, and a zip. Now we're gonna work on capital D, which is made with a ding and a boing, a sideways boing. So normally a boing would go like this, but today our boing's gonna go sideways like this. Kind of like that, but a little bit wider. So you're gonna work with pencil, right? I'm gonna work with marker so it's easier for you to see my paper. So get your pencil out. I'm gonna get my marker out. And the first thing we do is always the same. We pick up our pencil and we write our name. We're practicing staying on that top line, right? Our name is sitting on that line like that. So to start off, we're gonna be doing the stroke ding, and then we're gonna be doing a sideways boing, all right? So check it out. Remember, a ding is squished between the top line and the bottom line. So we're just gonna practice some straight, perfectly straight lines. Not too close together, but not too far apart. Nice and slow, nice and straight. See if you can do some nice and slow and nice and straight dings. Okay? Then we're gonna practice a boing. It's gonna be like a sideways boing going from the top line to the bottom line. So I'm gonna start at the top line and I'm just gonna go, it's kind of like a backwards C. It's touching the top line, it's touching the bottom line. It's squished between. So I start at the top, I go around like a backwards C. And then we put them together, right? Our ding, we jump back up, and our boing, and that's how we get a capital D. A capital D is also a frog jump letter. A frog jump letter means we start at the top, we go down, but then we have to jump back up to the top. Do a little frog jump. All right, we're gonna do it again. Practice some dings, perfectly straight lines, all the way down to the bottom line, and we stop. Remember, they're not hanging down below. They stop right at that black line. That black line tells you, stop, don't go any farther. And then we practice some sideways boings. And they're squished between the two lines. Nothing goes underneath. And then we put them together and we make our D. Ding, boing, all right? And then you can practice 2 rows of D's down here. Ding, jump back up, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. When you're finished, I want you to practice some by yourself up here in the empty space. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. Ding, boing. All right, press pause if you need to finish that. I'm going to move on to our maze. Our maze. Remember, we do our maze with crayons. Okay, so we're going to do our maze for D. D says D. So, first thing we can do is pick 2 colors. We're going to make our capital D one color, our lowercase d a different color. D says D. D, D, D. All right, and we have to start, it has to touch the capital D, the first one. Today I'm going to do a pattern with my colors. I'm going to do a 2-color pattern. I'm going to do blue, green, and scarlet. All right, so the first one, we have draw, or cop. Which one starts with d, 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 draw? K, k, cop. Draw does, right? All right, then the next one has to be touching draw. So we've got can or dig. What do you think it is? We're looking for the sound D. Dig. All right, next one has to be astronaut or domino or dot. It's this one, and I'm going to do a pattern, so I'm going to switch my color each time. All right, we're listening for the sound D, D, D. What do you see next after domino or dot? Dog. Dog is next. Dog starts with D. Oh, there's dig again. Dig starts with D. D, D, dig. All right. After that comes, there's the dot again. The dots on the dominoes. And, oh, going back up. Now we're going to go up. So we went down and over. Now we're going to go up a little bit for draw. You draw with your hand, with a marker. Oh, dog again. Oh, look at there. We know these. They're repeating, aren't they? Dot or domino. There's that little cute dog again. I wonder what his name is. And last one, draw. And then we've got we made it all the way to our lowercase d. So remember, then you're gonna read your maze, right? So we're gonna say D, D, draw, dig, dot, dog, dig, dot, draw, dog, dot, dog, draw, D, D. Tricky. See if you can do that. See if you can do it from your D, 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 and then read them. And then D, D. All right, I'm gonna turn it off, but I want you to read your maze to yourself. I want you to read your maze to another person. See if you can find somebody to read your maze to. Tricky, tricky.